Carrick's Reds.
Yeah.
We're going to finish on 81 points.
Yeah.
We're not, by the way, because that would have to win every
No, but do you know
game
what's
now
really...
at the end of
Is
the
it not frustrating for you that, like, actually, if they would have sacked Amorim before that, you'd be in a title race?
Yeah. The more that we don't lose,
Yeah.
the more annoyed I get about it.
But I also do think, like... And I actually was thinking about this yesterday, listening to Flex. Yappa yappa. Like, I get it. I'm happy for all of you. Like, I appreciate... I know where you've been.
Yeah.
You know? I've been there alongside you.
We were there.
We were there.
we were there together.
I'm still here, and if not worse, right?
Yeah.
But what I think needs to go into context with United, obviously, and you shouldn't really take it away from it, is the fact that you do only have 40 games. Like, you would have played 2 cup
Big
games. That's it, the whole season. And you've got the luxury of having that. Plus, I know you've got injuries, obviously, Lisandro Martinez, for example, and Mason Mount, whatever. But
well,
they're not...
Šeško was out for 2 months at one point. Maguire was out for 2 months as well.
But, like, Mbeumo hasn't been injured. And
yeah, Cunha's missed
been,
like 1 game.
Yeah. So, you know, bar the fact he went to AFCON for a couple of weeks, but he weren't gone that long. So I think that there is a very big benefit of having that. That's why teams typically do better when they don't, especially like the bigger teams. Let's say they have a year off of Europe. Like that first season with Ange, for example, where we could have finished 4th and we ended up finishing 5th. We had no European football. Well, that was probably a good
Carrick's
thing.
Equalled Ange's record for best ever start, actually. You know that?
Yeah. Which is great. Like, and I think that you having Carrick in, someone who knows the club so well, football people back into United in that sense, like come back in, play players in their position, 4-4-2 a lot of the time, arm round them, confidence boost, great. And it's good that you did it when you did it, in comparison to my situation, just saying. But I do think that, it's not about getting carried away, but it could be a slightly false dawn as to actually where you are until you are back playing multiple games a week.
I agree, yeah. So but with me, one of the comments says, Dylan, do you really not understand that your so-called unbeaten run, struggling with the phrase so-called unbeaten run.
No, it is an unbeaten
We haven't lost in 11, no matter when the games were played.
Run.
Like, it's an unbeaten run.
It's an unbeaten run.
It only came because you have 1 game a week. What... No, I'm not saying. Look, wait, let me start that one again. I don't really know.
Start again, hun.
Huh?
Start again.
I can start that again
Yeah.
because it's fine. It's not on my live or anything. But for me, what it is that there is a certain extent where yes, it's massively beneficial. Right? When we have a whole week to prepare against teams, especially like we had a whole week to prepare against Arsenal, for example, right? I think Arsenal had a midweek game that week before we then... Yeah, it was away. They went away to Inter Milan. Whereas we had beaten Man City. Mood was great. We could not chill out, but like we had a day to rest. We had the days to prepare and everything. Yeah, 100%. Big reason we beat Arsenal was because we had 7 days or 8 days for that game, whereas they had about 4. But when it gets to the point of you don't have a game for 13 days, 20 days,
Correct.
21 days, that becomes... And Bruno Fernandes came out and said it the other day.
What did he say?
He went, when the breaks become so long that players just don't play, it's a negative because there's no rhythm. To a certain extent, teams, when they go on runs, because you've got a squad of 26, players are swapping in and out, and you're able to just... Win. Teams are going on runs and everything. Momentum is a big part of winning games.
Of course.
Yeah. And I do think, yes, 100%, the reason we're in our position we are now is because our players can rest, they can fully recover, and I perfectly understand that, and I'm grateful for it. I'm fully aware of that, but also, I think some of the reason we've been able to stay unbeaten is also because we've got a good manager who's playing our team properly.
Yeah.
Ruben Amorim had this same thing. He had 3 games a month, and he still went on runs where we couldn't beat Wolves, we couldn't beat Burnley, we couldn't beat Leeds, we lost to West Ham at home, or drew to West Ham at home, we lost to Everton at home.
Yeah.
These are also with 1 game a week. These were also, and in December I think we had like 6 games, but for the most part, they were with 1. Grimsby was the first midweek game we had this season. So, because it was on like a Thursday night or something, and immediately Ruben Amorim collapsed after barely being able to beat Burnley after not beating Arsenal. Like, there is to a certain extent, yes, it's great that we have 1 game a week, And it's beneficial for us, but also the biggest beneficiary has actually been a manager who knows what he's doing and good players.
Of course, but I think that there is a benefit for United just having that with the squad that you have. Obviously, you had a very good summer. The targets you picked all worked out. You know, that's quite rare to have a summer where every single target that you bring in. I mean, obviously they were Premier League proven as well, bar Šeško, but like you get what you pay for in that sense. They've hit the ground running. Great.
Yeah,
you know, maybe Cunha not as much actually, but it's still contributed very much to Manchester United this season. So why are you looking? What was that?
It's just one of the restricted comments made me laugh.
Oh.
I'm not going to unrestrict it.
Okay. Yeah. So I feel like hitting the ground running in that sense has been brilliant.
Yeah.
And also having the change of manager. But if you go back to when did you sack him?
January 7th.
January 7th. So if we go back to January 7th, like
10 a.m.
the
Monday
turnaround has been huge since that point. Because obviously it's just so much easier. But before that point, you were still, where were you? 12th? 13th?
7th when we sacked him.
Were you 7th?
Yeah. Maybe
What?
6th or 7th.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you were. Because we were like, there's no way they've sacked him because of the position, because this is the best position. They would have sacked him ages ago.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We had been 7th basically the entire season.
I tell you what, guys, it's been a hell of a long season.
Yeah.
It really has.
Also,
I'll stay with you for Newcastle, Manchester United.
United. Newcastle
at Newcastle though.
I don't know, you know, it's not
game.
It's not easy. Newcastle will get themselves up for this, as they always do with the big games. I'm actually going to go 2-2. Yeah,
and go 1-0 United.
I'll go 2-1 Newcastle.
Yeah, I don't like going there ever. Like, as much as I cuss them out all the time, they've been great.
You actually going or not?
No.
No.
Physicality, but we can get at them this time. But it's still a hard task, man. I feel like it's going to be a draw. 1-0 United or a draw.
It's a rivalry.
It's a derby. KGT says it.
I'm gonna go. No, I'm just gonna keep the positivity. I'm gonna keep positive. 2-1 United.
2-1 United.
But I think it's probably gonna be a draw.
I always say mine. You never listen, do you?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Wolves Liverpool. Wolves Liverpool.
2-1 Wolves.
Okay.
She's not listening, right?
At home, under the light.
They're actually playing. They were very impressive against.
Wolves haven't played that bad. I know it's
we never
battled. They've not played bad for months.
They haven't been that bad.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Roberts has been doing a good job.
The damage was just done so early on. They have not been that
So
bad.
is that when Roberts was coming?
And we battered them, yeah.
Because he's done all right, that guy, man.
He struggled at first, but
they've lost 17 of the last 18 against Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool. Is it Wolves?
Yeah.
Ooh.
We're playing Wolves twice this week away.
See a draw,
Tuesday and Friday.
I could really see a
2-1.
I'll go 2-1 Liverpool, but
I'll go 2-1 Liverpool. 1-0. Silent treatment, yeah. All right.
Come on.
Up the wall. All right.